Rumors are nothing new. However, there is one man on a mission. One man on a mission who wants to prove the world a fakery. He used to follow all these paranormal charms. Now he's had enough. He is done. Jake Hart's art is slowing down, coming after all these paranormal clowns. He's watching, not letting them get away. All these fakers are gonna have to pay. Jake Hart's art, moving in for the kill. Watching every move, waiting for the thrill. Jake Hart's art, tearing the fakers apart. Leading with his heart, no one dare tell him he can't react. Because Jake Hart has your back. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Jake Hart's art has your back. If you are faking, if you are pretending, after Jake Hart's art is through, you won't be mending. Now stop the faking, he's had it.
Just muted myself. Beautiful. Great way to start a live stream. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to the channel. I'm drinking out of a, as you can tell, I'm getting into the mood. I'm getting into the seasonal mood, and I'm drinking out of a really cool Spirit Halloween Crouchy cup right now. I'm not sure if anybody's heard of Crouchy. He's a kind of a clown that Spirit Halloween came up with. It's pretty dope. Been decorating for the past couple days now. Went to a very cool Halloween sale today. Really found some cool clown costumes. I found a bunch of clown costumes. As a matter of fact, the person who was actually selling these costumes, and I seen a post on, like, you know, everybody has yard sale sites now. I seen a post on the yard sale site, and they were doing like an indoor kind of sale. And I noticed there was a bunch of costumes, and I have a really cool costume coming, actually. The guy made a deal with me. But the guy actually used to run a haunted carnival. Yes, like he actually put the money, his own money into it. The guy apparently used to be very loaded. He had a really good job, and he decided with his family to put together a haunted carnival here in Ohio, around the area, local area. And I scored a bunch of costumes off him, and then I had to talk with him. And the guy, he says, you know, he wishes he knew me a while back because he loves my ideas, he loves creativity. He said, oh man, you have a YouTube channel, I'll check it out. I added him as a friend. And he's selling me a costume. I'm buying it next month. I made a little bit of an agreement. I'm like, hey, I want this costume, man. It's too cool to let go. And basically, I'm getting, I know it has really nothing to do with anything, but I'm a classic Disney fan. And he had a custom-made, the blue caterpillar costume from Alice in Wonderland. And when I say it's a mascot costume, I mean it's the full-blown mascot costume. It is, you almost think it came from like Disney World, from how great it looks. And I'm buying it from him. And oh man, I feel like I got such a score on this thing. I'm so excited to show you guys. I'll obviously post pictures when I get it, but man, what a great day. What a great day it's been. I really feel like I scored. Hey, what's up, baby? How are you doing, Brooklyn? And Dice, welcome. Welcome. Glad you can make it. Decula, how are you doing? Not here. How are you doing? Layman, Mona, thank you for making it. Al, how are you doing? Hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. How's everybody doing, by the way? Ohio has a hockey team. That's the first I'm hearing about it. Hey, Boo, how are you doing? I had no idea Ohio had a hockey team. That's news to me. Hey, Vicky, it's a day. I feel that. On some positive more, I'm very glad I decided to take a couple days. I posted a video here too, in the time frame, but I'm glad I took a break. I needed one. I needed a hell of a break. After everything that went down a couple days ago, a lot of us, actually, a lot of people, and I think our friendship group, I'm going to call it that from now on, because it feels like we're a bunch of friends now, which I'm grateful for. I love that I have made friends on this platform. And, you know, I feel like, and I'll tell you right now, I watched Beagle's live the other day, and it actually had me on the verge of tears. Throughout this whole fucking thing, I have just been so aggravated. You know, the fact that we're still in the situation a year out. And I'm not directly talking about this individual right now, but I'm just saying, like, it stemmed off into different things, and it became so hateful and so horrible. I mean, I really, and I know it's nobody's fault, like, it's not my fault, it's not anybody's fault, it's just, I felt so bad that people in my community came together and did that against him. I felt so bad about that. But I saw his video, I felt his frustration, it was leaking through the camera, and I just felt so bad. I was like, damn, this fucking sucks. But, man, I'm glad he got that off his chest. I really am, because, you know, we had been talking about it for literally a few days before, wondering what course of action we're going to take. How are we going to handle this? And I'm literally just sitting there, just aggravated beyond all belief. Yeah. Finally just got out of work. Awesome. Glad you're out. My mistake, Utah. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Is it all right if I ask what happened with the video? I was so confused about who we were talking about. I'm not going to give any names, but there were a couple people in my community that got together and formed a hate group. And I don't care what they say. I'm speaking about specifically two people right now. I don't care what they say. It was a hate group. We saw the messages. We saw the comments. And by God, we were just so pissed and aggravated. And honestly, they said some horrifically disgusting things about Beagle. Horrifically disgusting. There's no getting around it. There's no defending it. There's no way they were joking. They were saying some horrendous shit. And, you know, obviously, there's someone in the chat right now who can obviously tell you that, yes, what we were seeing was pretty bad. And Beagle, again, had every right to be as pissed off as he was. We were all genuinely pissed off. I seriously, I made the one video, and that's all I'm going to make. But I'll tell you right now, those people tried to get a hold of me, and they tried to tell me that they didn't say anything bad. No, they did. And it was horrible. This whole situation sucked, because I actually liked everybody involved. That's why it sucked. It was mentally draining for me to make that video. Hey, Jordan. Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing? Vicky. Jordan, what did I miss? Oh, not a whole lot. Yeah, it was really bad. They said that stuff. That was just fucked. It was a bad situation all around. Yeah, there's no getting around it. No getting around it, unfortunately. But I think at the end of the day, we looked at the messages, we looked at the comments, we looked at the way they were responding. I think we made the right choice. It just goes to show that if you join the Discord, guys, and there's nothing wrong with joining the Discord. I welcome people into the Discord. You know, it's going to be more strict. It's not going to be you're not going to be able to say and do whatever you want. You got to keep it classy. You got to keep it respectful. And please, by all means, do not, and I repeat, do not go around in the Discord and try to find people that you can band together with and make a hate group for. Please don't do it, because if we find out about it, we're just going to put a stop to it, and you will be kicked from my Discord, because we're just not going to tolerate that shit. Strength coming to you from the UK. Well, I appreciate that, Steve. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Work is yuck this week for sure. Unfortunate that there are people like that out there. It sucked, and it was sad. Like I said, I like the people that were involved, and a couple of them, by the way, they're okay. They didn't say anything bad. They didn't do anything horrible. They're fine. It was just the two people I'm talking about, the two people involved with that group that were really trying to stir shit up. Was whoa. And it's okay to have an opinion, by the way. I'm not wanting to come off like we do not want people to have opinions about people. If you don't like somebody, that's fine. But the things they were saying was beyond just giving an opinion. It was absolutely horrible comments. It was exhausting, man. Yeah, it was exhausting. I agree, Zombie. I agree. I just want people to look past this, get back to doing what they love. You know, I'm very thrilled. I'm sure Beagle is going to be on the right course again, and he's going to be doing what he loves to do. And, you know, his gaming fucking stuff, man, is so entertaining. I genuinely think that he is he's one of those hidden gems, and I mean that. Beagle's one of those hidden gems. He's a great commentary channel. I really, really is. He's great on giving opinions. He's a very intelligent dude. Definitely show him a lot of love if you guys haven't. I'm sure you guys have already, but genuinely great. All of you have the right to feel the way you feel and say hopefully the situation never happened again and hope everyone can move forward. I totally agree with that. Thank you so much, Steve, for that donation, man. That was very sweet of you. I'm going to go ahead and heart that, by the way. Thank you so much, bud. With you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's basically the whole situation. We found out there was a couple people in my community, and not just really my community. Specifically, it was my community, but they're also members of the community that, would go on these live streams, act like your friends, smile with you, treat you respectfully, but behind your back would stab you, pretty much be stabbing you in the back, and that just rubs me the wrong way. So again, only 2 people on my mind that were doing that kind of stuff. I mostly just post occasional food pictures in the Discord. Even then, I feel like I'm spamming. You're fine. You're fine. You can do whatever you want. I've got to go out, but Time just wanted to drop in and let you know that I'm always here to support. I appreciate that, Zombie. I really do, and I'm thankful that you're part of the community. Thank you so much. You're okay. I understand. Robert Redford passed away. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, may he rest in peace. He was 89 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was up there. He's been around for a while. I think the last movie I saw him in, he might have been a Marvel movie, and that's not really, pleasant of me to say. I mean, I'm not huge into Marvel, but, yeah, he was in a Marvel movie. I think it was one of the... No, it was definitely one of the Captain America movies, wasn't it? No, what movie was he in? That's going to bother me now. I know he was part of a Marvel movie, though. Yeah. Hop on in, folks. Ask me whatever you want to talk about. I only have about an hour or so because I have to go pick my sister up tonight. Well, honestly, I could probably just pause the live stream, then just drive down there. It's like a 15-minute drive, and then drive back. Sounds like my friend's college drama. People should let... And that's probably what really what really boiled my brain to the point where I had to take a break, was because it felt like I was in high school again. Straight high school territory. Oh, man. I can't... Look... With the other situation, it was a bit different. It's not really high school drama. It was actual, us calling somebody out for criminal activity. This was straight up high school drama. Basically, we just said, look, you're doing this. We don't appreciate that. Go. And that's kind of how we handled it. Yeah. I'm not a fan of high school drama. As a matter of fact, this whole little situation has actually told me straight up, I am not a fan of high school drama. I mentally cannot handle it. Hey, Tyler Reynolds, how you doing, man? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Life's been interesting, but I'm thinking I'm doing pretty okay. How are you doing? I'm a member, but who are your guys listed at the end of your, who are the guys listed at the end of your stream? Channel members, actually. Channel members. You should be on there, right? Yeah, you should be on there. Not sure if it's at the end of the streams, but it's at the end of the videos, for sure. Michelle, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I feel that completely. I've been working like crazy. I bet, man. Me too. Me too. It's nonstop, just kicking stuff out, kicking ass. I took a couple-day break. I needed to. Mentally. It felt like I was literally shot through the heart doing that. Yeah. I had to take a break. I knew I mentally did. I was like, I gotta take a break. Glad I was so introverted in high school because of that. For me, I liked high school, and I had... Dude, even when I didn't bother people, for some reason, they still try to figure out a way to get me involved with drama. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. High school is not... I'm not a fan. People are like, oh, you're going to miss school. You're going to miss school one of these days. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to miss school. Nope. I had to message your girlfriend about these damn cats bugging me. Oh, man, I bet. I bet we have cats, too. And, ugh. There's not a day that goes by where I regret taking too many animals in. I love animals to death, but man, too many is it's a battle, man. Hi, Jordan. How are you? Happy Saturday. I'm just here in the background listening. Oh, you're okay, Amex. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a good day and hope you're having fun. Yeah, now it's a college class stress. College class. I couldn't even imagine. Just sent you a message, Michelle. Let's see here. Boo Productions. Hey, man. How's you doing? Welcome to the live stream, man. I just saw a lot of people hop on in. Welcome, everybody. Francis! I didn't say Francis. You know, I should have every time Francis Chainsaw Grim pops into my live stream, I should have a cutaway scene where it's Pee Wee saying Francis. I should do it. I should. Hopefully people understand the reference. I know I just said Pee Wee, but that movie has to be one of my favorites. I've seen it so many times. Oh my god. Pee-wee's Big Adventure, classic. Classic. And I only saw it recently. Well, a couple years ago. My cat won't stop meowing at me, and I already fed him. Check the water. That's what we do. When our cat is, like, screaming, it's normally because of the water. Am I going to see The Conjuring: The Last Rites? My goal was to see it last weekend, but we have not had the time to do it. Yeah. I was wanting to see it. And I'm just not too sure if I'm going to be able to now. I mean, it's probably going to be in theaters for a little while still. I do want to see it so I can give an honest review. I'm not one to judge a movie without watching it first, and that's what it is. It's a movie. So I want to watch it because I'm a big horror buff. I love horror films, and the Conjuring franchise is no exception. I genuinely love the first two Conjuring films, and third one sucked ass. Yeah. So I'm hoping this one at least makes me like, okay, that was fine. I hope at least. Hype for the Black Phone. Black Phone 2 looks so good, man. It looks so good. Black Phone 2, yeah. Movie-wise, I think it's amazing. Real story connection will, well, you'll probably know. I've heard. There was one thing that was spoiled on me. Yes, one thing. And it was only spoiled by me because it was Facebook Reels. I was watching Facebook Reels, and lo and behold, guess what happens? One of the final scenes of the movies pop up. So I know one of the scenes, unfortunately. And I looked at it and I'm like, okay, how does this make any sense? I doubt this actually happened in real life. I really doubt this happened in real life. Hey, Cynthia. Yeah, people are saying, as a horror movie, it's great. But as a movie that's supposed to be based on a true story, it sucks. Probably going to see him next week. I saw a couple movie reviews. I hope you like it. I hope you do. Because it needs some good reviews out there. I'm telling you, I watched, who did I watch? No, he's on Drum Dum's. I watched Drum Dum's review of it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mona. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Weapons looks awesome. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to watch Weapons because Weapons looks great. But so far, I've actually heard only positive reviews of it. You want to see The Long Walk? I heard good things about that one. He doesn't care about the water and it's full. He just loves attention even though yeah, we have a couple animals in the house that just, they don't care. They'll scream at you and just get all right up in your face. My girlfriend has 3 cats, not her best feature. I need to see Weapons. Same only heard good things. Yeah, Weapons looks great, man. It looks intense. Toxic Avenger looks so good too, dude. You know what's crazy? The last few horror movies oh my god, the last few horror movies that have hit theaters, people have said are really damn good. People were telling me, go watch Toxic Avenger. That movie needs to do better because we don't see movies like this anymore. And I'm like, well, I need to see that then. If it's like a good throwback, yeah. The weird movie, I'll tell you right now, weird and horror go hand in hand perfectly. Weird and horror go hand in hand perfectly. We needed to get horror again. We really did. For a while, it was beginning to go downhill. Like, we went uphill at one point. We're like, oh, man, horror's at its peak. And then it went right back downhill, and it's going back up again. I hope it stays that way. Because, the thing about horror is, unfortunately, when people critique horror, they're right. It's the easiest genre. Anybody can make a horror film. And make probably a shitload of money. Paranormal Activity, sorry, I know I'm going to get heat for this, is not a good movie. But the plot was so simple, anybody can relate to it because they believe, everybody believes that they've experienced paranormal activity in their own lives. So what they'll do is they'll make these movies and hope to hit that core audience, and they do most of the time, and people can relate, and it feels real because, it's found footage. It feels like, it's a homemade video. which you can film those. Anybody can film those. Yeah, so, I mean, I personally do not like the Paranormal Activity movies. I think they're lazy as fuck, and I think they got stupid after a while. I think the last one I watched was the marked ones. Yeah, it was the marked ones, and I thought that movie was just, whoa. I mean, it had some cool visuals, but that was about it. I'm looking forward to Shelby Oaks, Chris Stuckman's movie. Apparently, people are saying it's actually damn decent. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Hey, Morgan, how are you doing? Did you like Talk to Me? Yes, I did. I thought Talk to Me was great. You wasn't a big fan of it. I thought it was great. I didn't love it, but I thought it was great. Like, it was if this was a directorial debut from the Raka Raka brothers, they killed it. I mean, most movies, it felt original too, which is a big plus, because horror movies today don't feel original. They don't feel like they have like good ideas. They're just kind of copying and pasting other ideas. Talk to Me did something a little unique, which I liked. I thought, the whole hand thing, that was smart. Like, that was creepy. Again, it's kind of like an Ouija board, but it's a hand. I don't know. It was such a unique idea. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, as a first, like, YouTuber, I mean, it's already crazy that a couple of YouTubers made a movie for, like, I think $1 million, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it might have been more than that. They might have had a bigger budget. But basically, these guys put together a decent little budget for this movie, and they come back, and they're fucking... You get compliments by Jordan Peele. It's like, dude, guys, that's awesome. Yeah, different perspective, for sure, for sure. Like, as a filmmaker perspective, and, like, I mean, as somebody who's seen so many movies, pretty damn well-written, pretty smart, clever movie. I see. You're recovering from being sick. I get that. I like Talk to Me, aside from the seemingly smart people doing super dumb things, but that's a horror staple, so I can kind of let it slide. Yeah, there's some leeways we can give in there. I enjoyed the movie knowing my mates slated it to each to their own, I guess. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, guys, I have movies that I guarantee you I would list right now. Guarantee most of you will hate them. Guarantee it. I like them, but guarantee most of you will hate them. One of the ones that I'm thinking of that I actually liked, that a lot of people hate, which is understandable. I hate one aspect of it, and I will stand by this as being the biggest mistake this movie ever could have done. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I liked it. I wish they did more with the dream sequences. I agree with that. The CGI, tone it back a little bit. And the biggest mistake that remake did was the whole PDF file thing. They should never have made Freddy Krueger that. They should never have done that. That was like the stupidest thing that the writers could have wrote in there. That actually make him that. Love the Elm Street remake, except one CGI scene. Was it the scene where he comes out of the walls? Yes, that was shit. I have not seen the new Conjuring. Yeah, nobody spoil that. Hey, Caitlin, how are you doing? Woman in Black, dude, it's good. I don't okay, yes, jump scare galore. I get it. Okay, I understand. If you're not into jump scares, you're gonna hate Woman in Black, because that is all the movie is jump scares. Crows fly, freak you out. Yeah, it makes you jump. But it's a ride, man, and it's creepy. It's got an atmosphere. It's got like a thick atmosphere. I mean, there's very rare horror films that have an atmosphere so thick. Pet Sematary is one of them. I know the live stream is lagging a little bit, folks. I saw that. Okay, fixing that a little bit. Sorry, guys. If you guys can still hear me, great. Live stream is being a little bit weird right now. I should have seen this coming. The last time I turned down the quality a little bit, the bit rate. Okay, it's bumping back up again. Now stay. Stay right there. Okay. Please, don't do it. All right. Are we good? Hope you feel better and take care. This has not been my day. Didn't sleep much because of it. It felt good. So I'm going to go. Take care, everyone. Later, Jordan. All right, Mike. Have a good one, man. Thank you so much for hopping in. I think, yeah, there are people who, I have a friend who actually doesn't want to watch it because all they can see Daniel Radcliffe as is Harry Potter. So to them, they can't, like, unsee Harry Potter in this kind of environment, which I guess I can understand because he literally just came off of Deathly Hallows Part 2 and did Woman in Black. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. It's my fault hearing you well. I'm glad you guys can hear me. That's good. That's good. Not my boy Freddy, bro. They made him into that. Yeah. Yeah. Beardo's fault. Beardo? Yeah, he has such a presence. I'll be hopping on in and out in chat tonight, but I'll be listening, always listening. Well, thank you, Fran. I appreciate that, Francis. Oh, I'm starting my own YouTube channel. Oh, well, that's awesome. Be yourself. Be honest. Be honest and be yourself. That's the biggest things, I think, with anybody who becomes a channel. Don't lie, because you're going to regret that, I think. I think when you lie, and then eventually that lie comes out, and it's going to make you look like a big liar, and people will question everything you've ever said. Just don't lie. Be honest with who you are. Be honest about how you feel. That's what I would recommend. I'm not sure what you're going to do. I wish you luck with anything you decide to do for a channel. Francis giving the shout out to the Blame the Algorithm channel. Awesome. It's a podcast. Love it. And I actually just got a couple games for a couple of my friends, so we can start playing more multiplayer online games. Heart Mode Horror just posted today a collaboration video that I'm involved with. Yes, I'm involved with, and so did Amber Dust. We replay Escape from the Backrooms together. So it's me, Amber Heart Mode Horror, and Andrew Stonerock. Almost said Francis. Andrew Stonerock. Do the channel your complete style. Don't look at views. Always have fun. Absolutely, yeah. Have fun with your channel. Don't go into it thinking don't go into your channel thinking of it as a job. Okay, don't want to do that. You want to actually, like... I love that, man. Thank you so much. I saw your comment, by the way. I appreciate that, Boo. Productions. You binged Blame the Algorithm this week. We're actually asking other content creators, by the way, that might want to join us on the podcast. Like, we all have a discussion video or whatnot about maybe topics that you guys want to discuss. And, of course, I've already asked 2 content creators. If maybe someday at some point, maybe we'll reach out to you and see if you want to be a part of it at some point, do an episode. But, yeah, no, we're trying to collaborate more. That's the goal right now, is to just open up and just start collaborating with other people, getting other people's ideas and opinions about things. What kind of mic would you have to use? I can only recommend the one I have. Mine is an Elgato Wave 3 camera. You want in on the drinking? Man, if I'm there drinking, I don't know if you want to be a part of it. I'm stupid when I'm buzzed. I'm stupid. Like, I'm real stupid. Not like stupid, but I am stupid. Hi, hope I wasn't late on the stream. Oh, no, you're good. Thank you for making it. Play the Forest and... Michelle. It's funny that you mentioned that. I had just bought Sons of the Forest for myself, and I actually just got Heart Mode Horror Sons of the Forest. So, me, Andrew, and Hart so far have Sons of the Forest. We are absolutely going to be playing that game. Yeah. Can't wait for that. I still got 2 videos to edit. I still got Escape from the Backrooms to edit, and I still got Lunch Lady. It's a perfect time for me to kidnap you. Oh my gosh. And if you get this mic, by the way, there's a mute button on top. So if you burp or anything on a stream, you can mute it. Nope. Never moved. I got both of those. You got both of those. I wonder if, Brooklyn, you have a PlayStation, right? Yeah, you have a PlayStation. Are there any haunts in your area this time of year? Yes, there's a few. I think there's one, I want to say there's normally one about 20 minutes from us, 25 minutes. Any advice on editing software? Been thinking about making video I mean, again, the only stuff I can recommend is the stuff I've been using. which is Movavi Video Editor. I really enjoy that. I work best with that one so far, but I know a lot of people like to use Adobe Premiere, I think, Adobe Video Editor or whatnot. Yeah. Does the stand come with a mic? No, the actual stand was something else completely. Yeah. No, I do think there is a stand, though, that does come with a mic. It's not like this one, not like the one where I can extend it, but... Can't drink tonight, you gotta be up at 4:30. Yeah, you better not drink. 4:30 in the morning comes fast. Premiere's what a lot of people use. I could never grasp it. It seems very complicated. Yeah, I like the simple stuff. Boo! You're not getting drunk? No. Unfortunately not. I gotta work second shift tomorrow, and then I gotta get my sister literally in the next 40 minutes. So I gotta, like, literally leave the live stream, head 10, 15 minutes away from here, pick her up, drive her back. Yeah. Gotta wait till you're back from KC. Monster. Yeah, I love that you've been binging the podcast. I'm glad that you sounds like you enjoyed it. And I think next month we're going to try to get a top 10 favorite horror films video out. It's going to be like me, Heart Mode Horror, and Amber Dust on the podcast channel. iMovie Brother, bad to say, but it's so easy and simple when it comes to all the things to add. I can't do it. October 5th, I fly out to Florida, back to KC, so we can play together, Brooklyn. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I've tried to get Brooklyn to play some games with me. I'm putting her on the spot. I've tried to get her to play games with me. I've been trying real hard. Phasmophobia. Since it's crossplay. Minecraft. You know what we've been working on the past few days? The front porch. We finally got the steps busted up a few days ago. Got all of that stuff moved out back. We are finally building the wood ones. Very excited. It's just a process. It's such a process. My God, what a freaking experiment. Like, what a freaking project. Phasmophobia is fun. I mean, I played it for the first time in a while last night, and man, they added a lot to that game. Now there's a voice recorder. There's a bunch of different stuff. It's cool, but like, I hope they don't get to the point where it's going to be like so much to where it's so complicated, because then it's just going to turn me off to the game. Got to head to bed, but wanted to say hello. Hope the rest of your stream goes great. Well, awesome, Tyler. I appreciate that, man. I hope you have a good night's sleep. Thank you for hopping on into the live stream, man. Phaz or more Bigfoot? I actually got Amber Dust Bigfoot today, too. So we're hoping that all four of us can play now. Yeah. I know a lot of people want to see more Bigfoot videos. Bigfoot videos and content warning. People seem to really enjoy content warning. I can't wait to get more gaming content kicked out. And if you guys are not supporting the gaming content, please go support the gaming content, because we would love to actually collaborate more playing horror games, survival games. So please, 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 by all means, go look those up. Have fun with those. We are starting a second business in woodworking, so I've been working double shifts for a while. That's awesome, though, man. That's awesome. I'm not talented with woodwork, unfortunately. Yes, I am decorating my house this year for Halloween. I'm going to be decking it out in clown stuff again. So, carnival-esque. Did a quiz with Crow of Judas. He asked what your fans were called. I answered maniacs. He said I was wrong. What did he say? What are my fans called again? Let me guess. Bedheads, right? All right. I mean, my audience has been called a lot of things. Maniacs is like the main one I use, though. Is Bigfoot a Steam game? Yes. It's a Steam game only, unfortunately. Where's the gaming content? If you go to my other channel, it's just called J-Cart. Some of the videos are over there. But lately, a lot of people on the other channels have been posting the videos. So if you go to Andrew Stone Rock's channel, let me go ahead and I'll link you up, actually, guys. If you guys want links to the actual gaming videos, I can definitely link you up really quick. Let me go ahead and do that, because, yeah, those are fun. Heart Mode Horror just posted one today. So, yes. She posted a Escape to the Backrooms video. Sonnet. Here is Heart Mode Horror's channel. She just posted one today. Let's see here. And I'm pretty sure, yes. If you want to watch some of the Bigfoot videos, here is Andrew's gaming channel. And actually, Francis just dropped my gaming channel. So if you want to go check that out, one of the content warning videos, again, I have more to edit, but one of the content warning videos is over there right now. Yeah. Bob looks comfortable between Annabelle and Jasper. What are you talking about, Brooklyn? What are you talking about right now? I'm the local bedhead. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Definitely check those out. They're fun. They're fun. We're proud of those. Let me rephrase my question. Is the second Conjuring movie good? I'm curious about the story, but worried that it's too scary, because I got really scared of the first movie. If you got scared of the first movie, I guarantee you're probably going to get spooked by the second one. And I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's a good movie. She is. She is. She knows exactly what she's doing. Conjuring 1 and 2 are the best for sure. Oh, by far. By far. There is no competition. You know what movie really had sucked the second... No, I've seen it 3 times now. The movie out of the entire franchise, and I mean, it was so bad that the Conjuring franchise literally booted it out of even the franchise, even knowing they mentioned Annabelle in it, is The Curse of La Llorona. The Curse of La Llorona. That movie got so shat on, even by its own franchise. I mean, and I rewatched it for the 3rd time. It's got some fine moments in there. The scene I'm thinking of specifically is the scene with the car, and, she's crying outside of it. That scene's creepy. But other than that, that movie is absolutely one of the most generic horror films I have seen in recent times. Well, hopefully I'll survive it. I'm very excited for the It Welcome to Derry series. Hopefully it's good. So far, from what I've seen, it looks really damn decent. I'm glad they're going back to that original It, like the first 2017 movie, not like the Tim Curry one, which in my opinion is the best It adaptation. I'm sorry. I know people might not like that opinion, but that's just my opinion. At least it has the best Pennywise and the best. I even liked, I think, the kids more in the original. It just feels more campy. It feels just better. I don't know. It's more memorable to me. The only thing that's really memorable about the remake is Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. It's great. It's a good movie. It's just, yeah. Oh, man, that's a good question. Which is better, original Amityville or the remake? Unpopular opinion. The remake's better than the original. I know. It's scarier. It is a full-blown horror film. There, obviously, nothing, for the most part, of that movie is like actually, I mean, I really didn't believe the Amityville story to be, too much anyways. But the remake of Amityville Horror, man, is damn fun. It's so damn fun. Yeah, it has Ryan Reynolds in it. The acting's not bad at all. There's like seriously a scene in that movie where the daughter, who's played by a young Chloe Grace Moretz, is actually on the roof, and the mom gets her down, and she is like screaming at her kid, and the fucking acting is damn top notch. It's like, damn, feels legit. When she's like yelling liar at her mom, it's like, God, is exactly how a kid would like respond to that. It's fucking good, man. And there are some genuinely creepy moments in that movie. Like the scene when you learn the backstory of the house, and you learn about the guy who would torture Indians on the property. Like, that stuff is freaky, freaky stuff. And yeah, they actually showed you what was behind that wall in the remake, and the one in the basement. It was good, man. It's a good remake. It's just, yeah, the story is just, you know. And the original is great. I like the original a lot. I have it on VHS. I've popped in it a couple times and watched the original. But to be honest, there's not a whole lot of really memorable moments about the original film. I hate to say it. Yeah, did you know there was a horror... Let me reread that. Did you know there's a horror Christmas movie called Santa Jaws? Literally, a kid draws Jaws with a Christmas hat and it comes to life. I did not, but now I do. That sounds horrible. Your team remake? Yeah? Yeah? A very unpopular opinion. There's a lot of people who like appreciate the classics. There's only a few movies out there that are better than the original films. One of the big ones that people go to all the time is John Carpenter's The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing is a remake. Not a lot of people know that, but it is. And it's a fucking amazing movie. To the point where people only talk about John Carpenter's The Thing, not the original. But one of my personal favorite remakes that, in my opinion, is light years better than the original film is The Hills Have Eyes. Who here has seen The Hills Have Eyes remake? Oh, yeah. The Blob remake was better, by far. Yeah, you're right. Yep. I agree with that. The Exorcist, it's scary, man. It actually is a scary movie. People, are afraid they hype it up. No, it's actually a really damn scary movie. It's great, though. I've seen it so many times. Tim Curry is best Pennywise and the original Amityville Horror. I respect that opinion, though. If anybody wants to, say, team original Amityville, I get it. But the remake is just scarier. Ow. But a lot of people may not know this. They are remaking Amityville Horror again. Yes. Yes. Where did I see it? Who are they getting to remake this movie? The Amityville Horror upcoming movie. David F. Sandberg. Yeah. David F. Sandberg is going to be directing it. And it's supposed to aim for a late 2025 release, is what it's saying. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but they're doing it again. Amityville Horror. I think one of the weirder horror movies I've seen is Tusk. That's like the pure definition of one of the weirdest horror movies I've ever seen. Yeah. The beginning was pretty slow, but once you get into like the house, yeah. Once you get to where obviously shit starts going down, it goes bonkers. Farewell, Mr. Karts. I've got some stuff to do still tonight. Understandable, Boo Productions. Well, I appreciate you hopping on in, man. And thank you for the question. I really enjoyed answering that. Watching Tusk in theaters was hilarious. Man, that ending of the movie is the movie itself is just nuts. Pretty sure that was directed by Kevin Smith, right? Wasn't that directed by Kevin Smith, Tusk? If I'm not mistaken. Kevin Smith, yeah. Yeah, I'm positive that he directed that movie. Yeah, he directed it. That's what I thought. The stream is lagging. It says my frames are fine. Yeah, it doesn't say it's lagging. People were confused and disturbed, but I'd listened to Kevin Smith's podcast where they pretty much wrote the movie, so I knew what was coming. I saw the human walrus and shut the TV off. Fair. I'll tell you another weird movie, another weird horror film. Okay. Who here has seen Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead? You won't be ready. You're just not ready. If you have not seen that movie, don't even look anything up. Just go into it. Watch it. You're not going to believe what you suggest. Like, you won't even believe it. Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. My friend Lane, bless that dude's heart. He introduced me to so many trauma stuff. See, Francis, he introduced me to so many trauma stuff. Toxic Avenger, Poultrygeist was one of them. Oh my God. I was not prepared. The toilet scene is immediately the part that comes to my mind. The toilet scene. Francis, you know what I'm talking about. Night of the Chicken Dead, yeah. You thinking about investigating the Warren Museum when dates open up? Not anytime soon. I just, to be blunt and just straight up, I just can't afford to do something like that right now. There is no way. So, yeah, if I do something like that, it's not going to be until later down the road when I can save up enough money to even attempt to do something like that. But then again, there are other places I want to investigate long before I investigate the Warren's house. So it's not really on the top of my list. Hey, Albert, how you doing? Hello, J-Carts. Hope your Friday is going well. It's going pretty good. Thank you for asking. I got like 30 minutes, and then I got to hop off here and then run and go get my sister. But everything's going pretty good. I might go live later tonight. Yeah, I might, because I got to stay up. I'm a third. Well, no, I got to actually try to pass out later on tonight because I work second shift tomorrow. Yeah, that scene. You know what I'm talking about. Yep. It was better than Thanksgiving. I got a coworker that's been trying to get me to watch Thanksgiving. How's everyone doing tonight? So far, pretty good. Yeah, you won't even believe it. And go, again, if you go into Poultrygeist and Night of the Chicken Dead, go into it blindly. It's the only way to actually experience what I experienced. My friend was literally like, don't even question, just watch. And I did. Romeo and Juliet, I watched a ton back in the day. Thanksgiving is bad. Yeah, but those movies are so enjoyable. You know, it's like those movies are fun. The ones that are so bad that are good. Troll 2, by the way, is a good example of that. It is so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh, my God. But it's enjoyable to watch. It's an experience to watch. I mean, they literally gang together every year and do like an annual rewatch of that film in the location that it was filmed at. Because they genuinely have an appreciation for how it turned up to be like the worst, the best, worst movie of all time. Good evening. Sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Not much, Cynthia. We've been just here chatting it up. 2 Cynthias hopped on in. Well, actually, I think that Cynthia's been here for a while. Yeah, she has. You should put Jasper in different places for each video. I thought about it. It's 2 a.m. in the UK. Got to be up at 9. Sheesh. Well, man, you should get to bed, right? You should get to bed. That's going to be rough. Maybe one of these days when I'm on live, we'll sit down and watch some of the scare. You guys can try to get me too. It has to be an older movie, by the way. I don't know, because I'm trying to get back into movie reactions. I really want to. It's just I have not had the time to actually sit down and hire an editor. All my money's been going to more important things at the moment, so it's just very difficult for me. But yeah, movie reactions would be great to get back into again. I have like a whole fucking, you have no idea. I have a whole Blu-ray shelf of movies that people sent me that I still got to get to. Looking at one that's right. No, I reacted to the Dead Zone. Hello, my twin name is. There's a third one. I got to see it. I did not even know there was a third. Thanks, killing movie. How many people here were notified that I went live? How many people here? I'm sure YouTube did not do a dang thing to tell anybody I was going live. Let's see. You were notified? That's good to hear. Discord was a notification? Yep, that's why I tell people to join the Discord. So that way you can be notified. Hop on in. I am live right now. Let's see how many people hop on in. I just posted this to my Facebook. I want to see how many people, maybe even people from my school would hop on in. You weren't notified, but you made it. You weren't notified either. Goblin, thank you for making it. Also, what did you think of Hereditary? Weird. It falls under that weird category. Sorry, my friend asked me a very interesting question. Nobody that I am aware of is selling me. Okay. Okay. There we go. I got notifications for you and Sega at the same time. Nice! You chose me. Don't let him know that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I got notified. I just had to finish homework for college. Oh, the HW word. My brain almost couldn't even handle that. Just even say homework again. Oh. Bethany, I got a notification but didn't see it until 15 minutes later because I wasn't in the same room as my phone. That's fair. That's a fair, you know. Hey, LB, what's up? You were notified. Good, good, good. So it looks like we got like half people notified and half people not notified. YouTube hates me. It's confirmed. But YouTube's been kind of fucking up a lot lately, it sounds like. You got notified. Good. My friend held my hand the entire time, and I was laughing. It was so funny. Hereditary, man, is an experience. There's a lot of stuff that happens that's just a lot of shock value. You know what I'm talking about, if you know what I mean by the shock value. Nobody saw that. I certainly did not see that coming myself, and I was just, whoa. No, I have not seen The Entity. No, I haven't. It wasn't fun typing that word. It wasn't fun reading it. I almost died. Yeah, just even reading that. Blacked out. I don't miss school at all. Nope. Not me. Okay, we got a lot of people hopping on in. Let me know that you're watching. I do sometimes. The Entity, is that the 80s film? I don't know if it's the 80s one. I think they came out with one recently that's called The Entity. Everyone, please like the video. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I will never watch it again. I don't blame you. It's one-time watch for me. I watched it once, and I watched it by myself. That was it. I was like, okay, that was a good watch. It's not as good as people made it out to be. It's not like what it said on the cover, which was like this generation's Exorcist, which I was like, no, it's not. Not even close. I can think of several movies I like more than Hereditary. Granted, I still like a lot of movies more than, you know, Exorcist, but to me, Hereditary was not that scary. It had its moments. It genuinely had its moments, but it wasn't like Exorcist scary. I would say The Conjuring was more scary than Hereditary. I know that might be an unpopular opinion. I don't know. But I generally got freaked out more watching The Conjuring than I did Hereditary. But I get it. I get why it's so loved. It makes you think a lot, which is good. I enjoyed It more than Hereditary. Like It from 2017. It just depends on who you are. You know, movies are subjective. Just because I love a movie doesn't mean you have to love that same movie. Well, one of my favorite films of all time is John Carpenter's Halloween. There are people who find that movie boring as fuck. I don't. The only part in The Conjuring that scared me was when the bird flew in front of the door frame. What? So you're telling me that the wardrobe scene didn't get you? I was in theaters when I saw that for the first time. The scene where like the sister is watching her other sister, the youngest sister, bang her head off like the wardrobe, and she goes over, grabs her sister, walks her to the bed, lays her on the bed, covers her up, and then all of a sudden the wardrobe starts doing the same exact thing, like it's opening and shutting, opening and shutting, opening and shutting, and then she walks over there to like make sure it stays shut, and then sister looks up at her other sister. She's looking up at the top of the wardrobe. She turns around, and then you see that demon. I don't even like using the name Bathsheba Sherman because of like what happened. You know, I don't even like using that name. But the demon on top of the wardrobe leaps off like it does. I would have shit myself, and I almost did. And I wasn't even in the room, but I felt like something was leaping on me. How is that funny? No. Look, what I do in horror movies is I put myself in those scenarios. If that was me in that situation, my heart's going to explode. I'm not even going to be able to handle that. Unbelievable. The clapping scene didn't get you. The clapping scene got me. I don't care what anybody says. The clapping scene, the build-up for the clapping, it's terrifying. The basement where you see the hands just like, nope, nope, nope. My niece laughs at Halloween when people die. Damn. Dude, James Wan knows how to build up that suspense. He knows how to build the horror. My sister, who actually wants to take film in college, she actually does. And we were talking about it, and she's like, did someone else direct Conjuring 3? Because it doesn't feel the same. Like after part 1 and 2, it feels like a completely different style. And I'm like, yep. You want to know why? And she was like, why? And I'm like, because James Wan did not direct any movies after the first 2 movies. He stopped. And it shows. It's so obvious. Which is a shame, because I feel like the Conjuring franchise, if he had stuck around, that franchise would not have been so cliched. I feel like that franchise would have been so much more popular if James Wan had stuck around and directed instead of producing. But unfortunately, no. He just kind of gave people ideas and just let them have scripts, write their own scripts, and start making up all these generic horror movies. And it just... The Conjuring was building up to be something kind of special, like in its own paranormal... It sucks, man. I really look back on that all the time, and I'm like, what if James Wan never had stepped away from the Conjuring franchise and actually directed the rest of them? I really think they would have been different and better. She's a 10 for reference. Questions, was there a video reaction that made your skin crawl after you watched it? Yes, several videos have, and a lot of them have to go back to true crime. True crime videos, to me, make my skin crawl. They freak me out. To listen to like how or what someone did with a completely blank face, it can be terrifying to listen to. It really can be. They have no regrets, no remorse, nothing. It's just, nope, let's move on. Nope. Yep, I did that. It's like, that to me is mind-blowing that so many people can be like that. It's like, oh my God. Question, what did Michelle say? What did Michelle say? I just saw what Michelle said. James, yes, he would have made the series. I agree. I think he would have paid a lot more homage and respect to the real story Stu. The first 2 movies were like about the families, more so than the Warrens. The Warrens were perfect side characters. They got a little bit more screen time, I think, in the second movie, but it was mainly about the struggles the families were dealing with, and then the Warrens would come in and do what they had to do, right? But yeah, no, I feel like they dropped that off after the second movie, and then all of a sudden it became about the Warrens and their love, and The third movie is like literally every 5 seconds you're reminded about the deep love the Warrens have. They had those sprinkled in the other movies, but like not nearly as much. And then they became the forefront, and I feel like that was a big mistake because they were great side characters. And most of the time, in most of these situations in real life, that's what they were. They were side characters. They came in and said, "Yep, this place is haunted," and then that was it. They didn't do any of the stuff that the Conjuring movies presented. That would have been more realistic, a more realistic approach for the Conjuring films, in my personal opinion. The Toy Box Killer is one I watched recently. So crazy and more scary. I'm actually going to have to get back into true crime stuff because people really enjoyed true crime on this channel, and when I would do reactions, it's just you got to understand that stuff became a lag. Let it calm itself down a little bit, guys. The lag. I can't take it. I can't take the lag. Holy lag. Computer, calm down. Calm down. You know, like I start actually like praying and stuff. Like, oh, you have no power over me? Calm down right now. You calm down. Don't you do it. Okay, it's going down. It's going down again. Calm yourself. No, don't go back up. Oh my God. That. Ah, okay, it's coming back. This house is clear. This house is clean. Yeah, that was scary, wasn't it? Everybody either started freaking out there for a minute. Imagine you see like my chair fly in the air and my body, I'm just gone. Like I just got flung. I'm in my hate technology phase. I feel that every once in a while. Your ghost wanted to let us know it's here. It's Annabelle. No. Don't give it power. When you talk about it, it's just giving it power. No, it's... Trust me. Trust me. I'd know if Annabelle's in my house. Brooklyn, Ivy, your timing for that message was perfect. What did Brooklyn say? Definitely my fault. Still waiting for the reaction to Finding Bigfoot. You know, I actually asked Francis, not Francis, my God, Andrew, if he wanted to do like members and stuff, like reactions to television shows like that. I thought that'd be a great time. I have a couple of true crime podcasts and Mr. Ballin's videos. It's more freaky for me when they're located too close to home. Oh, well, actually, one of the biggest scenarios that's ever happened out here is that Madison Bell went missing. Everybody remembers that. Everybody remembers the whole Madison Bell thing. When Madison Bell went missing at like a church parking lot, nobody knew where she was. Everybody was freaking out, trying to figure out where she was, how to find her. And when I say this, I mean this. B, definitely my fault. J, calm down, go down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you for gifting a membership, by the way. But no, Madison Bell went missing about 15 minutes away from my house. And not a lot of people remember that. They might, because it was pretty big. And Jordan, look. Look at what? Look at what? Where? What are you guys talking about? Yep, Ed Gein, stories coming to Netflix, yeah. That was scary, though, because for that little long period of time when she was missing, you know, Madison Bell, when she was missing, we were all scared because, you know, obviously that was 15 minutes away from our house. We were like scared that one of our sisters were going to go missing or something like that. We had no idea. But it turns out that all it was that she ran away from home to be with a guy. That's it. But that whole time period where she was missing, we were scared that actually someone was going to say they found her body or something. All right, maniacs. I'm going to have to end this live stream in about 5 minutes because I have to go get my sister. She needs to get picked up tonight. So, yeah, I can't be on for much longer. I might get on a little bit later tonight, so just keep an eye out just in case. But, is it already out? No, it releases in October, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the new Monster season releases in October. Oh, you typed that about the membership? October 3rd, I think, is when it comes out on Netflix. Dope, dope. Season 1, I've only seen season 1. I know season 2 came out, which was about the Menendez brothers. I have yet to watch that. Maybe I'll do reactions to that on my Patreon and members at some point. Who knows? I still got to, you know, continue a lot of other stuff, too. But, yeah, no, I definitely got to get off here, everybody. I have to go get my sister from work. But I might be back tonight, so just keep an eye out, because YouTube certainly will not notify you. I know that for a fact. But thank you all for joining me. I will catch you all later. Take care, and I might be back later, so keep an eye out. All right, see ya.